बैठ जाइए, बैठिए।
थैंक यू।
आपका ग्रेजुएशन क्या है इस सब्जेक्ट में?
मेडिकल साइंस है।
मेडिकल साइंस। कहाँ से किया? MBBS है?
यस सर।
MD भी है?
यस सर।
MD
नहीं
भी है?
नहीं, MBBS सर।
अच्छा, कहाँ से किया?
इंदिरा गांधी मेडिकल कॉलेज शिमला सर।
शिमला से।
किस साल किया आपने?
सर 2010 पास आउट सर।
2010।
Yes, sir.
उसके बाद क्या क्या किया आपने?
उसके बाद सर आई वर्कड एज ए जूनियर रेसिडेंट इन दिल्ली। दिल्ली मेडिकल काउंसिल में रजिस्ट्रेशन करा। उसके बाद
मेडिकल प्रोफेशन कब छोड़े आपने?
सर
स्टिल वर्किंग?
नहीं सर, आई एम करेंटली आई एम वर्किंग इन होम डिपार्टमेंट एज प्रोबेशन ऑफिसर।
प्रोफेशन?
हाँ,
Probation
प्रोबेशन
officer.
ऑफिसर।
Okay.
सर आई लेफ्ट मेडिकल प्रोफेशन in 2014 sir. I started preparing for civil services.
तो अभी आप प्रोबेशन ऑफिसर हैं?
Yes sir.
मेडिकल साइंस को लगभग आपने छोड़ दिया क्या? इन प्रैक्टिस है?
Sir, I don't practice, but those who come for advice, I keep advising them.
So why you shifted to this job? Any basic?
Sir, initially I tried for UPSC.
UPSC.
Yes sir. But I didn't clear that, so I appeared for the state civil services.
You belong to Bihar?
Yes sir.
You know, the medical profession is equally respectable profession. I fail to see reason why you have shifted yourself to this profession. Probation officer is not a very important post. That belongs to the jail department. उससे क्या है वही ना?
हाँ.
प्रोबेशन जो
जी।
मान सुपरिंटेंडेंट का रैंक के बराबर होता है. Then medical profession is much better than that of the probation officer. Why did you give up this interest? Can you tell me?
Sir, like I initially left medical profession for the civil services, which provided more diversity. Then I appeared for state civil services. There also my first preference was Bihar Administrative Service, Police Service. This service was not the first preference. That's why I am appearing continuously after that. But sir, this also has a lot of welfare measures which can be utilized to help the people.
So which of the two is much more important from the point of people welfare, medical profession or administrative profession?
Sir, both are equally important, sir, because the administrative profession describes the resource allocation and the priorities for the state government, while the medical profession decides about the health condition and the priorities of people who are sick. Sickness in itself is like epidemiologically dependent on the other services being provided by the government, like the kind of diseases a state is suffering, and the kind of policies can help in improving the health condition of the people, the health system, and access to health.
Are you aware that suppose you get selected for the UPSC examination and you were assigned IAS job, right? But it is not always correct that you should get a plum posting. Plus, plum posting is strictly contingent upon your political master, political executive. If you don't have any approach, you are likely to be shunted to the non-entity status. So which of the two is much more important to us? For example, if you got selected here in BPSC as administrative officer, right? But if you are posted somewhere as a magistrate in Kishanganj, Araria, and if you are posted in Patna, which of the two posting is suitable for you? Posting at Patna or posting at Araria?
So since the time of my MBBS itself, I have like
My question
not
is
inclined towards my
My
home.
question is, if suppose you got selected for the BPSC or civil services here, right? And you have been posted as magistrate in Cuttack, Araria,
Yes.
or you have been posted at Patna. Which of the two posting is preferable to you? Posting at Patna or posting at Araria?
Sir, for the same position, I would prefer the posting closer to my district, sir. Closer to my district, which is Patna.
Right. You will get the same salary everywhere, same climate, same salary, same privileges, right?
Yes, sir.
Then still Patna appears to be much more suitable for the candidate to opt than that of Araria, right?
Yes, sir.
Simply why? What is the reason? And your posting is totally dependent on the political executive will of the political executive.
Yes, sir.
If you do have approach, you will get plum posting. If you don't, you are shunted to the non-entity existence.
Yes, sir.
But in medical profession, you will remain a hero forever for the poor. Anyway, अभी क्या subject of what is subject in honors? अभी BPSC के लिए क्या subject था?
Sir, psychology.
Psychology. Psychology था.
Yes, sir.
Well, can you tell me the difference between psychosomatic therapy? What is psychosomatic therapy?
Sir,
Psychosomatic therapy, because it is related to your profession, medicine as well as psychology. What is psychosomatic therapy?
so many of the diseases which and pain which is actually felt by the individual is actually because because of any medical ailment, but because of some psychological problem which he is having. So that the psychotherapy in these cases are help in actually relieving that problem rather than actual medical treatment. So in psychiatry we follow a mix of medicine, counseling and psychological therapy.
What is hypnotism?
Sir, hypnotism was a way of treating people which was started by John Bauer. It involved taking the person to a trance state and then discovering what is the underlying psychological causes of his illness.
To understand the ego defense mechanism, what is it? Ego defense mechanism, in particular sublimation. It defines ego defense mechanism with particular reference to sublimation. What is it?
Sir, in ego defense,
Ego defense mechanism.
yes, sir, in ego defense mechanism, the unwanted thoughts are repressed and they are expressed in a manner different from the original. In sublimation, the repressed thoughts are expressed in productive works like work of art or literature.
Right? Do you understand masochism, sadism?
Yes, sir.
What is it? Masochistic?
Sir, here a person has a different way of deriving physical pleasure, in which it involves either hurting oneself and getting pleasure or hurting somebody else to get the pleasure.
Right. You know, mind is defined in two ways. Dynamic aspect of mind and topographical aspect of mind. Id, ego and superego.
Yes, sir.
What is id?
Sir, the id is the desires which are present in the human being.
Pardon?
So the id is the desire of the unrepressed and uninhibited desires which come to human mind, which he wants to fulfill.
No, that is defined as conscious, subconscious and unconscious. That is the dynamic aspect of mind. I am talking about topographical, that is id, ego and superego. They are three different conditions. Right?
Yes, sir.
And what is id?
Sir, id, ego and superego. Sir, the superego is the conscience of the person. Id is the balance between his desires, and the
Superego.
superego is the conscience and which arouses the feeling of guilt if the person goes wrong. And id balances the desire of the ego balances the desire of the person and his conscience, while the id is the uninhibited desire of the person.
Okay, right. What is the role of libido to determine the three aspect ego, id and superego? What is the role of libido? Have you heard the term libido?
Yes, sir.
Pronounced by
Sir, it
who
was.
has coined this term?
Sir, it was
Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud.
Right. So libido. What is the role of libido in determining the dynamic aspect of mind?
Sir, in the psychoanalysis school of thought which Sigmund espoused, he has used the term libido in a very broad sense rather than the narrow descriptive purposes. There, it is an indicative of the desire of the person and his ability to balance his desire, and that libidinal stages, the level of libido defines the various stages of pleasure, which keeps changing throughout the lifespan of the person.
Something, libido is a five tag: visual, tactile, olfactory, gustatory. Can you define in one of them?
Sorry sir, I cannot recall right now.
So anyway, और दूसरा कोई सब्जेक्ट और करंट अफेयर्स में?
Sorry sir.
और मेरे क्या सब्जेक्ट है करंट अफेयर्स, जनरल स्टडीज में क्या पढ़ते थे?
Sir, the general studies involve study of history, polity, and the current events which are happening right now.
ये फाइनेंस कमीशन क्या होता है? हम सुनते हैं 55 बिहार कहता है कि हमको कम मिला शेयर,
Yes, sir.
कभी बोलता है उसको ज़्यादा मिला. व्हाट इज इट फाइनेंस कमीशन?
Sir, finance commission is normally formed after every 5 years based on the mandate of the constitution, which determines the share of each of the state from the central pool of taxes.
Okay, what provision of the constitution
Yes, sir.
that the finance commission is constituted?
Sir, under Article 280.
Very good. You will say. Mhm.
Sir, it is constituted under Article 280 by the president notifies the formation of the commission, which decides the allocation of resources. Sir.
रिसोर्स आता है कहाँ से?
So the resources come basically from the taxation of the taxation by the government imposed on people of India, from the remittances, the interest which the government receives on the debts which it has given out, and some other asset which it owns.
जीएसटी क्या है? जीएसटी के बारे में जानते हैं?
Yes, sir.
क्या है?
It's a goods and services tax. It was brought in to harmonize the taxation and end the multiplicity and the dual taxation. And it was envisaged as a destination or consumption-based taxation, where it was a multi-tiered, where the end consumption.
कितने प्रकार के टैक्स हैं?
It's a direct tax and indirect tax.
दोनों का एग्जाम्पल दीजिए एक एक.
Sir, indirect tax is like the entertainment tax or the service tax, and direct tax is like income tax.
जीएसटी को किस में रखेंगे आप?
Sir, it will be an indirect tax, sir.
पेपर पढ़े हैं आज का?
Yes, sir.
हेडलाइंस बताइए. दो हेडलाइंस इम्पोर्टेंट बताइए.
Sir, one is the excessive rainfall and deluge in Sikkim, and the other is about the Nobel Prize and
किनको इस क्षेत्र में मिला है नोबेल प्राइज? किनको मिला है?
sir, today the Nobel Prize was given for the literature to a Norwegian writer, sir.
नाम क्या है उनका?
Sir, I don't recall the name right now.
जॉन फॉस.
No, Fox, yes, sir.
बिहार का जो डेंसिटी है अभी कितनी है?
Sir, I don't recall right now, sir.
लिटरेसी
Literacy, sir, it's
ठीक है, डाटा नहीं आया. लिटरेसी अभी मालूम होगा आपको बिहार का सबसे कम है, कहीं पढ़े होंगे. तो कम रहने का क्या रीजन क्या है?
सर, इसके दो रीज़न है सर. कि एक तो कि द लिटरेसी इज बेसिकली काउंटेड ऑन द बेस ऑफ सेंसस, एंड इट इंक्लूड्स द पीपल जो कि यहाँ पे हैं सेंसस के टाइम पे. तो बिहार में सर आउट माइग्रेशन बहुत ज़्यादा है. तो जो और एजुकेटेड लोग हैं बिहार के, वो काफ़ी बिहार से बाहर रहते हैं. तो थोड़ी लिटरेसी कम होने की वजह ये है सर.
माइग्रेशन रोकने का कोई उपाय है? सरकार द्वारा चलाए जा रहा है कुछ उपाय या योजना
सर,
या प्लान कोई?
सर, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 100% माइग्रेशन रोकना इज़ नॉट इवन फ्रूटफुल, बिकॉज ये माइग्रेशन अकर्स इवन फॉर पर्पस ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन. जैसे इंडिया के बाहर भी सर लोग बाहर हायर स्टडीज़ करते हैं. दो हमारा फोकस होना चाहिए सर वो सर्कुलर माइग्रेशन पे होना चाहिए, या फिर जो स्ट्रेस माइग्रेशन है उसको रोकने के लिए होना चाहिए. और उसके लिए सर वी नीड टू गेट इंडस्ट्रीज़, जिसके लिए सरकार ने पॉलिसीज़ बनाई हैं. वी हैव द स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी. देयर आर वेरियस इन्वेस्टमेंट अट्रैक्टिंग पॉलिसीज़ ऑल्सो. सर अभी टूरिज्म पे भी गवर्नमेंट फोकस कर रही है एंड दे आर फोकसिंग ऑन लेबर इंटेंसिव प्रोडक्ट जैसे टेक्सटाइल्स और लेदर को अभी इंडस्ट्री का स्टेटस दिया है तो दोज पीपल हु आर माइग्रेटेड आउट इन दीज टू सेक्टर्स कैन कम इन एंड वर्क हियर.
भारत और कनाडा में अभी विवाद चल रहा है.
Yes, sir.
विवाद का क्या कारण है?
Sir, there is the Canadian government has alluded to the interference of Indian agencies. They have not actually claimed it, but they are saying that there is some interference, possible interference of Indian agencies in the death of a Sikh person, Harinder Singh Nijjar, who has been supposedly connected to Khalistan group.
खालिस्तान ग्रुप है क्या?
Sir, it was a group which espoused for the independence of Punjab during the 1980s era.
अभी वनडे वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है.
Yes.
तो उसका कहाँ अभी हो रहा है?
वनडे जो वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है इसमें कितने ओवर्स का खेल है ये?
It is normally of 50 overs, sir, but abhi I haven't.
T20 क्या है?
Sir, it is a shorter format of one-day games of involving 20 overs each.
कहाँ हो रहा है ये वर्ल्ड कप?
Sir, it is being held in India.
कहाँ, किस प्लेस पर, किस स्टेट में, किस प्लेस पर?
I don't know.
चलिए लास्ट में बता दीजिए इंटरव्यू के प्रिपरेशन के लिए. कब इंटरव्यू आपका?
12th का sir.
12th को है. कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल कितना है आपका? सेटिस्फैक्ट्री, आउटस्टैंडिंग और दोनों के बीच में?
Sir, basically this is a competitive exam, and the satisfaction and the dissatisfaction will depend on the consequence of the exam.
अपना कॉन्फिडेंस होता है कि नहीं हम निकालेंगे, हमारा प्रिपरेशन अप टू मार्क है?
So that is never to the level of my satisfaction, sir. I am fully prepared to appear for the exam.
करेक्ट.